Hello everybody, Retro Justin Game here, bring you another episode of Raw Results. And if you do like, please subscribe, follow me at the links below, and now we get started. As soon as I pull up my notes. Okay. Raw started out with a recap of last week's Raw. What happened, who won the UV title, that's what I'm calling it now, because it's the description for Universal, and yeah, then the intro, and Stephanie and Mick had us of Owens, for Owens, title win, then, Owens was just pandering, or not pandering, he turned on the crowd really fast, even though everybody loves him. He's a great fucking heel at, anything he does as a heel, he's great at it. Because it's like, oh yeah, you guys are chanting, you deserve it, but you're actually just trying to steal my moment. Then Rollins came out and had a huge problem with Stephanie and Triple H doing this to him because they were partners for so long. Stephanie said she didn't know anything about it, tried to suspend Rollins. Mick said, no, he's not. That's not how we solve problems here in the WWE. And so instead, Rollins had a match with Jericho last night, and I'll get back to that in a sec. Foley set up Rollins versus Owens for Clash of Champions for the Universal title. Then we go to a backstage segment. Jericho and Foley and Steph are talking and everything, and Mick Foley sets up a match with Jericho and Rollins. And yeah, really good match between those two. I'll talk more about it when we get to it. Then, after that, the first match of the night was Bayley versus Charlotte. Don't know why they're giving this away super early, but it was a really good match. Bayley won. She botched her dropkick, though. Everybody's noticing that. But her dropkick where she jumps up underneath the bottom turnbuckle and kicks the other person on the ground, she botched that. But I'm pretty sure she can, recover. She hurt her leg, but, if you weren't looking, you didn't notice. But the winner of that was Bayley. Dana Brooke tried to interfere, and, it didn't really work out because Charlotte went face first into Dana, and Bayley picked up the win. Then, I'm really surprised at this part, but Bo Dallas got a squash match. For some fucking reason, Bo Dallas is supposed to be a monster now. And he beat up on a jobber. And I'm like, okay, Bo Dallas does not look anything like a monster. He looks like, we remember him as the big baby with his freaking attire and his diaper attire. Now, he looks like a baby still, but just in toddler clothes. The freaking overalls and everything. But, he got a squash match, and I guess he's getting pushed. Surprising, and like to see where that goes. Then, match 2 of the night, Jericho versus Rollins. Winner of this was Rollins. Really great match. Really love Jericho. He can work well with anybody, especially Rollins. Rollins can, both of them together. Just a great match. Put any of them in a match, it's going to be great. But Rollins won by a really surprising, well, not really surprising, but a really awesome counter. Jericho went for the neckbreaker. Rollins turned it around into a pedigree. And then, there you go. Rollins won. Then, match 3. Did not watch any of it. Well, actually, no. Actually, this was the first match of this 7 series that I watched. But it was Sheamus versus Cesaro, and Sheamus won for the third straight time, and he's 3-0. And I don't know how they're gonna plan this out. If like they go the full 7, and then whoever wins more wins, or is it the winner with the most, or is it just best of? I don't know, but yeah, I actually watched that, and Sheamus won, so I guess he's getting a push, kinda. But yeah. Then Enzo and Cass cut another promo on the Shitty Stars, and I'm real surprised at this next part. I'll get to it in a bit. But Enzo and Cass, they're just great on the mic as always. But they made like this funny joke where they're like, "Oh man, you shining stars, all you don't do labor. You make me want to go into labor." Or something. And then Enzo like laid down on the ground, and then Cass is by his side, and Enzo gave birth to a baby, imaginary baby, and then Cass is like, "How you doing? How you doing?" You know, like the whole breathing thing. And then Enzo gave his imaginary baby away to a fan, and yeah, it was weird but entertaining. And yeah. But the match was good. I especially loved Enzo's Running Man, and then he dove out into the ring, and then he stood up and crossed his arms and everything. And then the Shining Stars won by roll up. I'm I'm struck. Are they like when I first saw that? I wondered, are they gonna try to break Cass and Enzo up because they'll lose like that again in like a big time match? I hope not. The Shitty Stars do not deserve to be near the title picture at all. But yeah, that was surprising. Then after that, a Zayn interview, and just the interviewer asked Zayn, "So, how are you gonna compete against Owens tonight?" "Oh, the thing between me and Owens is never done." Yada yada. Then Owens interrupts, and then Zayn just said the same thing to him. Then Nia Jax squash match. You know how it goes. Doesn't matter who. Nia Jax just won. Then Gallows and Anderson segment making fun of the New Day, but they called them the Old Day. So like they got a bunch of, I'm pretty sure it's local jobber talents to dress up like old guys, and yeah, I mean it wasn't really that funny at all. I'm kind of worried because like everything that I've heard of the club, the Bullet Club, whatever you want to call them, and how dominant they were in Japan. Like, just from what I've heard, I haven't found out how to watch New Japan Pro, but just from what I've heard, from going to one of the most dominant tag teams in Japan, and just running over everybody to this, to where they're comedy acts and everything. Like, they're great on the mic and everything, but like, what the hell? Like, why would you take such a dominant team and like cut them down? Like, I understand the name, but not really. But I hope they fix the club like soon, because without AJ they do okay, but like him and AJ, or them and AJ, were just so great. Don't know what the hell they're doing to the club at all. But yeah. Uh yeah. Where was I? Okay. Then uh uh next match. Second match of the night. Didn't really care because it was Darren Young versus Mahal. don't like Darren Young because I never did, and how are you gonna make someone great again when they were never in the first place? And I don't care about Mahal, and I don't care about the Titus O'Neil and Darren Young feud. But I did watch the match. Um, but yeah, it was fucking like Young won, and Titus came down, and then they fought, and I think maybe, not sure, but yeah, Young won. Then yeah, after match, he Darren attacked Titus and wouldn't get off of him. Then after that, Nia Jax and Alicia Fox segment. Alicia Fox went crazy on Nia Jax, just throwing stuff at her. She looked like she didn't mean to throw the box at her, and then Nia Jax pushed her hard as hell into the table. Then Strowman's squash match. Then after that, Sasha Banks' announcement to Charlotte. Uh, her announcement, everybody thought she was going to retire. Oh, Trick, not going to. Where have we seen that before? Mark Henry. But it's kind of funny because Daniel Bryan's retired and Edge is tired, and I don't think faking stuff like that nowadays is good. Well, I mean, I don't know, but I mean, it just depends on how Bryan feels, you know. But yeah, entertaining. Then Dana came down and Sasha beat her up. But her announcement was Charlotte is going to have a match with her at Clash of Champions. Then match 4, Owens versus Zayn. Winner Owens. Not surprised. Zayn got injured too. And yeah, but really good match between those guys. Those guys will never have a bad match. Really good. Then Reigns comes out and he doesn't try to attack Owens, but you know, he like intimidates him and like, but oh, I'm gonna take the title away from you at some point after my punishment's over from suspension or something. And then Foley comes out and announces if Roman wins against Owens next week, it will be a 3-way for the Universal title. So it will be Rollins versus Owens versus Reigns. And that's how we ended Raw tonight. Or yesterday. But yeah, guys, if you like to want to see more, please subscribe. That link is down below. Also, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Like, share, favorite, comment. And be sure to have a nice day and stay tuned for more. Later.